I can't believe I somehow managed to forget what I did. So, this is gonna be the roughest start to any stream I ever had. Ever. And I don't even remember what I was last doing in this game. Alright. You catching? Yep, you're catching desktop audio? Perfect. Alright. What the fuck was I doing in this game? Most recent is Wednesday. Ask about Ruby. The washerwoman is hiding something. Look around and maybe get into her shack somehow. Be that. Isn't that the woman who gave me this? I kind of feel bad for... like... What? Yeah, that's her! Into her shack. What's her shack? Is this her shack? What is this? Why am I allowed to go in here? It's gonna say your wash. Yeah, okay. What's her shack? Is this her shack? We've been in her shack. We've talked to you.
Hello, mister.
Well, let's see.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
I guess I did not talk to you. You know anybody named Ruby?
Ruby. Ruby. My mom tells me I'm a big girl, but she doesn't know that I can't say Earl. Or like...
Kids.
Okay. You... then... wait.
Yes, I am. Little Lily.
Which
You know
one's
my
Lene?
mom?
Lene's the one at the fucking docks, like, over yonder, if I remember.
That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything.
So this isn't her shack. Got it. What's the washwoman's shack, then? Why would I talk to this lady?
Bye!
Our little girl. So, this isn't your shack. No way are you doing... You're Lily, right? This one's Lily?
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon.
Yeah, close enough. Oh! If I remember correctly, there's like a weird little majiggy. Yeah? What's this?
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others.
Okay.
The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched.
Move.
Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below.
What's in
Nothing
there?
particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside this. Something bad. Someone's night thoughts. A last resort. A bad idea.
A gun?
You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet.
I mean, I wasn't too far off. That was...
A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber. The floorboard doesn't care. But maybe the washerwoman does. You have enough to confront her with.
She gave me this to... Ah, I feel like such an asshole.
It's extra ammunition. She's locked and loaded, ready to fight some
Okay, so with that information, I'm gonna walk up to the lady who I know is probably gonna shoot me and be like, hey, are you ready to shoot me? Because that's illegal. Because they didn't state in the beginning of the game that they don't give a shit about... Okay. Lady, were you gonna shoot me?
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Who exactly?
Me?
Yeah.
No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie.
Okay.
Now it's your turn, Mr.
Harrier
Quite a
Dubois.
handle you got there. So many titles. One of them double.
Alright, let's just get it over with it. Why is there a bullet?
Damn that girl.
Ooh, that girl.
And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her not to buckle under pressure.
Oh, it's gonna have a skill
But-
check, isn't it?
You didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant. And not a stupid one either.
You rented it.
Yes.
Okay.
I let my room to that Ruby girl.
Okay, so why don't you just talk to me? I'm trying to help you guys, you fucking assholes.
As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
I'm not trying to burst your bubble. Well, I am. And the second you tell me what I need to know, I'll leave you alone.
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry.
Okay.
What has she gotten herself into? That girl.
I'm murder. That's what.
That's for the police to find out.
Most likely
Right then.
murder.
Please
She's a.
answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
Wow, I thought this was gonna be a skill check thing, and I was gonna have to like do a bunch of bullshit and then come back later. Glad it's not. Is the room exactly
I
like
cleaned it, like I always do.
Is there anything else in there?
No,
The truth, sire.
You believe? We believe this. Why do you think she left a bullet?
how would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she thinks Ruby fits the bill.
She put it there so in case she needs to kill herself. Was I right? Was I actually right?
Do tell.
Let's be truthful.
Exit from what?
Her life.
The lieutenant stops writing for a moment. He looks at you, then
No, she's a fighter.
You don't believe that? Okay.
she really believes that.
Okay. So not suicide, so then defense. Cops. This is just gonna get a no. You said
yes,
she left on Monday.
early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock.
With
I
her
think.
dogs.
She probably heard the lieutenant's Kanema drive by, and it woke her up, just like it did you.
Oh. Kitsuragi, your loud ass fucking car fucked me.
Yes. That is a downside of having a 130 kilowatt engine. It lets the bad guys know when you are coming.
Okay, now I feel like an asshole. How is Ruby? How does she act?
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Okay, so what I'm getting is high respect among the
Did
locals.
she talk to you much during her last day?
Thank you, Kim.
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself.
Ooh. You know, after kind of feel like bad. Maybe it's a first time murder.
She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
So, killed someone, was afraid, regretted it. Okay, at least that's what it's pointing towards. Any technical
Not
stuff?
that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape milieux she'd made.
So she makes music too.
Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that.
She may simply have kept the equipment elsewhere.
So, what are we working with? A young girl, guessing in anywhere between 18 to early 30s. I'd say even, no, 30 maximum. 18 to 30. Tech savvy. Likes music. Particularly tech savvy, and is very afraid of us. Where'd she go?
I don't know. Further up the coast, she tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots,
I didn't
heading
know
up
cats in
north.
heat screeched. But okay. Heading up north.
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
Yeah, but I'm able to see, but I'm like the best detective on planet Earth, so suck it.
I wouldn't worry about that, man. We are persistent.
No, she's afraid. Further up the coast we go.
Are you sure you would rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire going in the
She
heater.
doesn't want me to go there.
Seems like a better idea to me.
Dude, as long as she didn't fucking kill somebody, she's fine. But everyone's like, "Oh, you can't go near her." So I'm starting to think maybe she did kill somebody.
No, you can do it.
all of
You
the other-
still have plenty of juice in you before you drop.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm
Behind
talking
the
about,
cinder
endurance.
block houses, old pre-war ruins rise to the sky like
One thing,
Alright,
officer.
yeah?
If you do find her, please go easy on her.
As long as she doesn't fucking shoot me, I know she has a gun, and she is that very well
She's
could
a
be my
good
gun
girl.
too.
Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
Murder. She's gotten herself mixed up in murder. What are we seeing? Don't I have a map? Items. Interact.
the worn map features the patchwork your finger finally.
Can I just look
Coming.
at it?
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal
Oh.
and select the map
I
tab.
should. So, where's that? We're here. Maybe an unbuilt. Church is like halfway. Let's make sure we explore everything. We can definitely do that. Remember this. Oh, no, it's... Yeah, the trappers, I told him to go meet his wife. That would be hilarious. Dude, imagine she's like right there. It's like, okay, wow, that's crazy. Used in decades. goodies. Oh my god, I'm so rich. Oh, can I not go over there? Okay, what are we looking at here? Bullet holes? Is that
A
what I'm...
scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
It's a white check, so I can try again. Visual calculus. Let me go into my sack and see if anything increases visual calculus or if anything decreases it. Ah. Alright, let's visually calculate
A
this.
scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall. A row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall. There are many of them, a dozen at least, their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded.
I don't
It's
know what I
quiet.
was expecting.
No sound, no movement.
This is just a firing
10
squad.
meters away, other shades are lined up in an orderly manner, automatic rifles primed. A gust of wind blows by. The coats of the firing squad flap slowly in the breeze. A single person stands on the side. The sun blazes high up in the sky, baking the planks, the sand, your skin. The order was carried out in the afternoon.
How do you know that?
A long time has passed since the moment of this fusillading. Rain and brine have since washed all the blood away. Not a trace remains.
It's an
The
execution.
abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, where only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Looks like this was a mass execution with everyone fully armed.
Also, this sucks. Because there's bullet holes over here, and unless the guy has the worst fucking handling of a weapon I've ever seen in my life. No, because there's bullets all the way over here, so it's gotta be multiple different sets of executions. There's no way it's... Or it could be multiple and one. Whatever.
A host of men, probably in everyday clothes, ragged from the conflict and covered in dust. They were not sitting, a common practice for executions in some nations, as demonstrated by the height level of the bullet holes.
So what happens if you just sat down?
They stand, facing the wall. It's impossible to discern any details about their personality or background.
Yeah, several hundred years later, no shit!
7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed at the people. Soldiers from some side, but from which one? The commandant, the one who gives the order.
Yeah.
Machine gun fire crackling through the air. The lights of the muzzle flashes dancing on his face.
I don't know. I don't know who died here, lined up beside that horrible wall. It could have been any of the parties involved in the revolution.
It's true.
Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives, killed by the communists at the start of the Civil War. Or it could have been the communists, put to death during the last stretch of the conflict by the coalition forces. It could even have been the employees of the Feld R&D Center down the coast, as their building was taken over by the revolutionaries.
Or maybe...
Yeah,
Give me a quote.
It's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here. They were always the last ones against the wall. To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was a commandant, the superior giving the orders.
A cold sea wind blows.
Okay. Why'd we even spend the time doing that? Goodies. Where are we? Okay, so there's supposed to be a bridge. What is this? Oh, is this raised? Can I not go down?
There's no way the perp is in here, officer. Look how scarred the boards are. All attempts to pry them off have failed.
Can I?
Not this time.
Oh.
The opposition is insurmountable. But I like the spirit. And dangerous. Dangerous too.
Could be in there.
The suspect? God, I hope not. I can't see a way in, though many have tried.
Maybe not from this side, but maybe from another side. If only there was more than one perspective to this game. Maybe this isn't just a wall here. Okay, yeah, let's keep going this one.
That patch of reeds over there, it's a great place to hide something. Kind of out of the way, being so close to the water.
I can't see
You
anything
don't have
interesting.
reason to. Yet.
Alright, what is
Nothing.
it about?
Just a hunch.
What then? Well, I wanna look. What's in here? What patch were you talking about? That's not fair. You can't be like, there could be something there. And then not have me be like, let's check it. Man! This, what is this?
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
Try to see
Dripping
inside.
water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it. And a small layer of white salt from the sea.
Can you make what's
No.
inside?
I won't even try. You know, I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
What? What does that mean?
Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter.
Okay. So there's a way in. There's a way into this. The ladder? Why not try the ladder?
You see, a slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters. Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall. and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing. Feld
Okay.
electrical. How ironic. All these dark rooms. There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
Could Ruby be in there?
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there, or in that boat shack. In that...
Why single out this one building?
Wow.
Maybe
What
we
is this
could,
building?
you know, ask the man who's pointing at the building.
Great idea.
Alright. Do you know what this building is, sir? Can you
Hello
increase
again.
it so it's easier to do? And I have higher than 3% to do it? What's so fascinating about it?
But it's not just any empty old building.
Okay.
What not a lot of people know is this used to be the R&D department of Feld Electrical. And Feld, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Wait, I didn't know there was cybernetics. Since when would...
Hold on. What's R&D? It looks old and weathered, with seagulls.
Okay, what's
Apologies,
R&D?
it's an acronym for research and development.
Okay.
They don't use it anymore. You're probably more familiar with RTD, Research and Technological Development.
Mea culpa. You are not familiar with that one either. This man is a bookhead.
Okay.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains.
Clearly, this shit's abandoned.
They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago.
Right.
After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era.
Okay.
Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve. Or should I say, they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here. It was
the
here
ace?
in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
Tape computer.
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution, revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer, which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
He assumes something like a combat stance, facing the wind.
What happened?
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
Okay.
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes, possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins.
Okay. So we
All
don't
of
have
this was
mobile
built by
computers
Feld,
because of
even
the
a
revolution.
boardwalk.
Great.
Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
Research and development. Okay. What happened to...
Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here.
They were
now,
executed.
if you were to ask about
R&D was
tape
executed.
computers,
Wait, is he saying that we should just bypass the excesses of the revolution?
No, let's be...
Tape
we're not being
computers.
assholes. Saying they built
yes,
this.
they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
Do fucking not call it a pleasure wheel. It is a Ferris wheel, and that is the only name it should go by.
A pleasure wheel?
I nearly spit out my drink. Fucking pleasure wheel? Okay.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics.
Yeah.
But history had other plans.
Mainly lining people up and shooting them.
They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases, the most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars.
So you're telling me that these tape computers existed, were functioning, and the revolutionaries, after finding this working product, either sold it off and destroyed it, and whoever they sold it off to didn't... okay.
What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created Commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02.
02.
A short-lived legislative foundation for a short-lived utopia.
It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bon Baiser dans le Lind. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree.
Really?
I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part of the discussion.
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware.
Buckle up.
I'm
10
buckling.
years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Humpty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was
cannot be
curator at the time.
serious.
This was before the twins Keith and Guy Jews joined the team, trying to...
We are not pulling up the Humpty Dumpty Dum Center. Okay. The Humpty Dumpty Okay.
Wait, did he just say Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center?
We are not going over that. What's the
He
Humpty
did
Dumpty?
it. He said Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. That's the most natural thing in the world.
What is the Humpty Dumpty Dum Center? What is it? Please tell me.
What the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Juiced?
Huh.
The Humpty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Art. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to...
You're fucking telling me. No fucking way did some motherfucker try to make a prestigious art center and go, let's call this shit the Humpty Dumpty Dum Center. Thank you.
In fact, I'm not. The Humpty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center. But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations...
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
See, cooler thing.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionary setting fire to this precious device. But so they did. The felt playback experiment vanished into the fires of 07.
Why?
Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they... But of course, what else? No, I'm afraid I can't.
So you haven't seen anyone?
No, I'm sorry. As I said, this is just a day off. We just arrived anyway.
The Jamrock Shuffle.
Oh, I completed it.
In a way, yes, you are treasure hunting. Most officers from Precinct 41 do what is called
I, I, want, I want the Wumpty Dumpty Dump Center. I have to internalize it, dude. I've already internalized it in real life. The Wumpty Dumpty Dump Center. Alright,
the
is this
once
easier?
bright mural towers
No.
above you, saying, Feld Electrical, R&D. Tomorrow.
Why does that... $5! I'll take that. Who the hell left $5? And 26 cents, I think it was? No way we doing some Wumpty Dumpty Dump Center ass shit. More trash to give to the lady over. Oh, fuck. This is where that guy died. I wonder, because I remember this for a fact. There's a dead guy over here.
A man lies on
Yeah,
the
I
boardwalk.
remember as I looked at this. Wind is so strong. Love the Wumpty Dumpty Dump Center. No, like, like. Okay, so. Yeah, how do I get over there? Wumpty Dumpty Dump Center. Is this legal? Where the hell am I? Yeah. A kick drum pulse. Music is coming from somewhere on the ice. Music coming from ice? Okay, something ice. It's in here. Let's go. What's up, Ruby?
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height,
Okay.
stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Right on.
Nothing happens, only the sound of the pad.
I don't think that's going to work. Do you think our suspect is hiding inside?
I do.
People do look to churches for shelter. But an abandoned thing like this?
This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is interesting, somehow. You see a yellow circle with two X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth.
It's a face, you
You're
fuck.
pretty sure you haven't seen it before. There is something blindingly modern about this symbol.
It's a face,
Its
you
modernness
fucking
puts to shame
moron.
everything you've seen before.
Well, yeah, but why did we go into this much detail about it? Wow, look at the fucking church. Have you seen
He
it?
takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies.
No.
Oh, thank you.
Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency. For Revachol ZOC, the moral intern defined junior delinquents as minors between the ages of 10 and 16 who have committed an act in violation of
We are
the law.
not suspecting this motherfucker to be.
These acts aren't called crimes as they would be for adults. Crimes committed by minors are called delinquent. I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
This is such a simple sticker. Padlock,
This
padlock.
cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, the padlock passes through. Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole thing off.
Maybe we
Okay.
should circle the building first and look for another way. The building has seen enough mistreatment. Yes, the pulsing base. A sure sign of junior delinquency. Somewhere east of here.
There's something on the sea ice there.
Well, let's try.
There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb. Voila! Looks very modern. You're part of the future brigade now, and so the carving on the door is block-like, and the surface is smooth from the wind.
Alright, East Ice. What do you mean by... Oh, like down there. And the person we're looking for... Holy shit. What the fuck? Why is there so much shit in these things? Oh. Can't go this way? No, okay, got it. But it says I'm feeling something from the ice. Yeah? Why? Hello!
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh. Hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing.
Drugs?
Everyone knows drugs make you vulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
Man, I'm just the best ever. Dear child, it's freezing. Where's your hat?
Huh?
Maybe she didn't hear you.
So should you.
You don't have to do anything.
I should, and I
Oh.
do.
I didn't notice that.
Let's not be fucking assholes.
Yeah, well. Look, man, fuck the hat.
Okay, I'm
Your
trying to...
pulse rises. What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law.
We're... chillax!
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else.
May you...
My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me.
See? We can... My authority isn't that high anyway. Let's relax. Have you seen a red-haired
No.
woman? I don't
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
What's the device?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
Field recording what?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
Got it.
Okay,
But what are we recording?
recording, I guess.
You're recording
I
what?
think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
What happened to the old headphones?
What happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
What?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
Everything checks out, sire.
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music.
The Palaceum.
They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together.
Wherever the
They make
fucking
music out
Palaceum
of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain. Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway. I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
Take this, you're called.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
Oh, but I like my hat.
Thanks. That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not gonna be a Palaceum,
And I
that's
gave
for
her like
And
the
who are
worst.
Yeah. Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
And why is that?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff like.
Music stuff mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it.
Even outside.
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any
That's
of
so
us,
fucked
really.
up.
Doesn't matter. Go ahead. It's supposed to become like a club for anodic dance music, like that
so I'm
new style
probably
of
gonna see you,
synthesizer stuff they
like,
play
at
at the
night.
Palaceum. Except that, yeah. You know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments,
Like.
synthesizers and tape consoles,
I don't know
microcomputers
what I
too.
expected.
You see clear, beautiful, violent flashes of
Yeah,
light.
like disco.
This is an evolutionary step up from amplified instruments, which in turn are a step up from acoustic instruments. What comes after?
Wanna turn
I
into
know.
a club?
It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it.
Why?
Hey, don't get me wrong, but you're cops, right?
Yeah. What do you ask?
Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys, because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right?
I'll talk to him.
They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else?
Did you padlock
No.
it?
Not really.
She's trying to
Not
get
really.
out of a direct lie with semantic tricks. She personally
Who
didn't
did?
put
Yeah, you know. That's what I meant. Noid did. Noid put the padlock on the door.
Why'd they padlock?
To keep more weirdos from getting in. Fucking Martinez. I'm sorry. It's got the worst weirdos. If you get around to it, ask Andre about him, he'll tell ya. Go ahead. A cell.
What's
Her
up,
hair
so?
is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her features, Some masculinity below that timidness.
Why?
Paperwork.
Okay, it's Berger.
Thank you.
A very common name. You have little reason to doubt that's her real name. But she's not all that surprised by this cop show questioning, is she?
Why is that?
Well, it's just questioning, right? You're just questioning me. It's what cops do.
Have you been?
Once or twice, yeah. I'm sorry I haven't had the Revachol experience they get east of the river.
What's east of the river?
Rich people. Rich people are east of the river.
Not from around here.
Aren't they? I thought they were as Vachalaire as any of us. Just way richer.
Really?
Maybe you're right. Most of them do speak 3 languages.
So why'd you...
The usual. I had a shitty run as a teenager.
The usual?
You know, drinking, getting into fights. The ugly stuff that happens when you move out your parents' place at 13. In Forberg.
Yeah.
Interesting term. Time to glean some knowledge.
Is this a rhetorical question?
No, I can't remember.
Forberg, not in Forberg, is a massive banlieue south of Jamrock Quarter. It is the largest ghetto in Revachol, possibly the world.
What do you have to
My
make
dad was a drunk. Plus, I guess, I just wanted to drink too, you know. Get my party on.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay.
That'll be it for now.
Bye.
Poor girl.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men, all...
Come on! Get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
It's safe to assume this is their leader. Or at least he thinks he is.
Sorry, you barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm
actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Welshi tape player, nodding along to the music, as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secrets.
Hardcore! Hardcore! Hardcore, internally coherent. All core! All right! Yeah!
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime, invisible movement of the music.
Hardcore!
So
Is it
hardcore.
though?
It is.
But is it? I mean, really?
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here, so that things get totally transcendent. But you haven't gotten there yet.
I am the mic enforcer. I am the chicks checker. Yeah!
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think? You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
There is definitely something futuristic about his hair, aggressively so. You get the sense that this is what the future will look like.
Since when?
Imbecilic. Yes, should the future ever come, it will look deeply imbecilic, like this guy. His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse. Noid,
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead. Egg!
Annoyed, Egghead, and
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
why are you
You
here?
see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
There's a problem with
Ah,
the
so you've
church.
met her. Good, good. Yeah, it's a matter of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of Narcomania on the coast.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church. And I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
True.
Dopeheads. Burnouts.
He angrily spits on a screw. What? What the fuck?
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Reversholt.
Strike that. The world.
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
Yes, yes. And the worst part is, they're also spooky.
Spooky.
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse. People just wanna spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for. All right, man.
Andre is obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
I did ask Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix, just something to contain the situation.
Guess that's fair, but you're also like.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
I need the key.
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
You sense the trajectory of the little piece
Yeah,
of metal.
let's
plastic.
fucking go.
The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly.
Thanks, man.
The speed freak nods to you, a respectful nod. You proved something here.
How long have they been in
Not
there?
long. Like a week,
A
maybe?
week?
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
Somewhere in the ruinous past that led you here, there was something called exams. You may have learned the term involuntary manslaughter there.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to just lock them in like that. Me too. I shouldn't have that kind of power over another person. I'm not the one with the violence monopoly here. You are. I'm glad that key is out of my hands now.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
That's
As always, Well,
That's all I need to know. Alright, well. Unlock it if need be. I'll maybe keep the padlock itself.
Heavy wooden doors. The lock turns.
Let's go.
A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark in the heart of.
So some creepy ass people in here. And still. You should walk, not run. Okay. Not seeing anything yet.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad, a dark and radiant majesty.
Okay.
This is her innocence, Dolores Day.
Yeah.
Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel. Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There, the world is silent, but for the creaks and cracks of the massive wooden structure behind you, the ocean feels distant. Its ebb and flow blocked off by the centuries-old pinewood sarcophagus around you. In the darkness, you sense her eyes on you, inspecting you with their multicolored glass, as if you're a bug under a microscope. The woman looks down at you, kneeling. She towers among her followers. She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive. As that useless word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder. Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles. A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you, a ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one, and a text, a light motif below them both.
What shattered it?
Unknown.
Really?
A motor carriage, a gunshot, someone falling into it, or maybe just hooligans looking for something to break.
What does it say?
Below both women, in luminous black letters, après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau. And then along the left side, après le monde, la gré.
In English.
After life, death. After death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again.
So it's a
This is the
cycle.
great leitmotif of humanism, a summary of the effect of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, on human thinking. A tremendous sea change akin to finding life after death.
What's this
Death.
say?
Life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
Why?
It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing. Justice, union, prudence, and force.
Cool.
Eyes cool.
Older woman.
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden rights apfel
This is
in
a
one
research
hand
project.
and a scepter in the small figures of wise men. The mother of humanism towers above you. a wax painting on a cracked pane. Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is Her Innocence, Dolores Day. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge. Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But terrifying, it's a simple word. She was bad for humanity, and you shouldn't have started thinking about her.
I want to know.
You already do. Although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day. Constantly surrounded by her terriers, she was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
What happened?
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from Innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity, suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity.
Oh.
She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacentic, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce this subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Lieutenant Yefrater, you've stood there for over 5 minutes. What are you thinking of, if I may ask? She's been dead for 300 years. I am almost 1,000% certain she isn't connected to the case.
Not literally.
None of this is, in fact. This church, the coast, this isn't a good place to get lost in. Yes, I wasn't sure before, but this must be the DeLorean Church of Humanity in Martinez. It's called the Small Pinewood Church in some records. It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
That's
on the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before, in the wild region.
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast.
Seven?
The Setsa, they call them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find the instigator here. Something else, perhaps?
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism?
Are you a follower?
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are DeLorean in origin.
Stroke your chin.
The woman looks by in silence, smiling enigmatically.
I didn't think
It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The DeLorean system does not demand faith, only accordance.
Alright. That's another computer.
A machine stands in the corner.
Another radio computer.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Looks like that.
It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
Okay, what is with this music?
The one you saw earlier was the Ream Civic. This is the Ream Prefect, a model number RC7024. The Reen Prefect is the governmental version of the commonly used. You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machines glowing from behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good evening. Votre accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
No.
The hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
Received. I will register this votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated. Nothing happens.
So you're telling me they have computers and they're still using a fucking using a system very similar to Morse code where you need a fucking in-between translator? That I'm not seeing a soul in here. It's
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is... Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be... And then it's gone. Almost all of it.
But it was
It seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow, if not blotted out, outright. Truly, you can hardly hear your own breathing. Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers. It's unnerving. You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more. The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then...
Can you hear anything?
almost nothing.
The church just has strange acoustics, some engineering trick.
Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing on its premises.
Could be.
He doesn't seem entirely convinced, though. The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower.
Fucking bitch.
Just darkness without end. It makes your head spin. There's nothing. You're dizzy and
Officer, what are you looking at?
What?
You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at. Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
Hello?
Is that a man? Looks more like part of the carpentry of the building came alive. The man leaned forward a little.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
Excuse me?
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in Jamro. There's a sizable contingent of Villalobos-speaking Mesks in Rivershoal.
For doing what?
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you. Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence. And you don't even know it.
I'm very
Not all of it. I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc El Vino is wrecking on your mind and your spirit. Necesita parar, homie.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
The only thing we need to talk about is how the mother can really help you, Holmes.
I really don't like this, Holmes.
This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
Okay.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he just trying to throw you off your game? Whatever it is, he's quite confident about it. Just look how gracefully he sways.
Some ravers want to turn this place into a
The
nightclub.
ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Think they scared of me.
Do they have a reason?
Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway.
Though he used to, a long time ago.
So what do you think about
Why
the
not?
nightclub?
They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go.
It's fair.
Might even be nice to have some company.
Yeah, they're spooky areas.
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Viejita is grandma?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
What?
Wait, what if it's Ruby?
Uh-huh.
Did it ever seem to you like she was hiding here from something?
You mean like a fugitive?
Yeah.
No, man. Quite the opposite. I don't think she cared much about authority or anything else for that matter. Maybe only about her machine.
Still sounds like her.
I see. And where is she now?
I told you, Holmes. I don't know.
Got it.
You just have to wait until she comes back, or
search through her radio computer.
Where'd you come
up
from?
there, Holmes.
The sinewy figure.
All right. So that computer is going to lead me to that's out of the building. And that guy won't care about music, so completely for me. let's go talk to those kids. Threshold to get in, I'm guessing?
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot.
It's military. A service depot of some sort. Probably something that is no longer there. From here to the whirling, I can't see how. The church is in the way.
Interfacing. Better than no hat. Uses interface. That's creepy. Telling me she climbed up this tower. What is this? What is this? Why is the world bending? That's a shadow.
An old door, worn by...
Awesome. Okay. Okay, well, we learned some sewer system. A pretty good place to hide, I'll give it that. This is that. Maybe it's better now that the Nelson.
A row of ghostly shades facing a crumbling wall. With another 7 shades, a cold...
Okay, so what have we learned? I'm going back to the church. I feel like I missed something. What did I miss though? Probably someone with a flashlight. Tools, flashlight, plan. Let's go.
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep.
No idea. Could be. We might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Revachol's sewage system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now. In conclusion, she could be under any building. I hope not.
Oh.
There's no echo. And no answer. Maybe it's just a storm drain for this.
Yeah, let's go back to the church. Maybe now with the flashlight, I'll see like some bullshit.
The mother of humanism stand.
That looks like a hole I could walk through. Like my... Oh. Contact. Is that good? So there's a... You there. Password?
Oh, hey, Way. There's
Coffee in the back. Something familiar about that. Coffee and stale cookies.
too many times, essay. You need it for something.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
No fucking way this'll work. Yes.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death. What you think of that? Makes me almost pity la niñita pequeña when I hear it. Look, man, I'm at liberty to talk about the sacred blaze of the mother's glorious heart, but not about the coffee.
I have no idea what that means.
I think we're done here, essay.
That was interesting. However, I'm still not sure.
Okay. Lady, I know your bitch-ass password.
The machines keep
Play again.
the
Good evening. Votre accident en Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulin. Good. Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access Fortress Accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? I have 2 machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One...
Saint-Brune, that's the church. And Rue de Saint-Guylaine, that's the doomed commercial area.
Anything else I can help you with? Sleep.
The machine's keyboard, the printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like the first entry made on the 4th of February,
The most
51,
recent ones.
arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the
What happened
crowbar
to
to get
that?
inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while. Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
You sure?
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky, and see? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving. See? Ridden with narcotics. 7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simon for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers, but at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying.
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading. I think these people worked in the radio computer games business, the one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder.
Yeah.
Keep reading.
25th of February.
Oh, it's not
51.
connected. Fuck you.
I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow.
Okay.
It's
Is she talking about?
Yes.
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the Swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind.
You learned that
It's
on
a
your
pillar
own?
of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
Are we sure?
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
Very much so.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He fought March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, The song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came
Your
in.
shit is so
Before I could even say hello,
common and so
she got
regular.
scared and left. Good. I
Ooh,
don't
wait,
want
what?
anyone distracting me from my work.
The disco men came in. She got scared and left.
That disco man must be a cell.
The girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
Could be, but it could also be redhead.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez.
That's
Can't
me.
do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of
That's
her.
me.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with the machine.
Fuck.
No. It was a great idea. You're learning things. This is how you learn things about machines.
That's
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also some canned air.
Okay.
Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Okay, what's up, bud?
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
Yes, you are breaking in, but not into her radio computer.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
No one's hiding here.
Okay.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
What is it?
Were you
Yes. Or no, not anymore. That project is dead.
Very clearly.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
What are you
I
doing
am
here?
Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages.
Okay.
If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Did she say over 16 years of experience? She must have started programming when she was still a teenager.
Okay.
That still doesn't answer what she's doing in an abandoned church.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
Nope.
Oh, you know
Yes.
he's
No,
worried about it?
you're right. I'm not.
Have you seen Ruby?
What? No, no one's suspicious around here.
She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.
Oh, there's so
I
many
brought them
machines.
here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
Why do you need the antenna?
I use the AR1 as my RAIN prefix processing unit. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
I know a lot.
All right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
What?
On the front, the unified front of radio waves, licensed and controlled by Lintel in the East Insulindic region. It's all around us. That's what on air means.
Like love.
I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market. so I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians.
Okay.
Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices.
I don't
There are
fucking
many
care.
milieux dedicated to that sort of thing.
Principles
They are
water.
connected to my reign prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay?
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers.
Great.
What are you doing
You
here?
really like those questions, don't you?
It's my job.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out. I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Huh?
Wait, what? She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Connected to the data loss?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
Does that mean-
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing.
Okay.
What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that
lack
does
of
not
things.
exist?
Easy. You measure it by the world around it.
That's true.
Exactly. Very true. That's what I've been aiming for. That's why I have those basins. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins. But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
Why not?
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work. Great. Thanks. What?
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
A club.
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
What do they want
Take a
to
guess, why don't you?
A petting zoo.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you?
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Okay. Well, chat, I will be right back. Give me but a moment. and unmute myself. Yeah. Alright, well, let's go talk to the geese over here. Is it just like this? Alright, what are we making?
Hi again. So, how are things going?
I checked it.
And? What happened?
Wanted to talk about something else.
But do let us know if something changes in the church.
What's with Egghead?
He's a quiet man, mostly communicates through music, and by being a master of ceremonies.
What?
You know, a host, a declaimer of slogans. He's a performer, gets the people going.
What?
Interesting, sire. A bit like you, then. An MC for short.
How do you communicate with him?
Well, he's just kind of here. I don't really know how to communicate with him.
What?
Yeah, sometimes. When I stumble and find my way into his center, you have to hear a lot of hardcore to the mega first though.
The man smiles mysteriously, choosing to let the beat speak for itself.
It looks like he's bald here, but this is Egghead, so I'm so confused.
I get it. He's a puzzle.
What's that?
Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
What the fuck is demagoguery? What? Unmask it.
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know? I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organization. And they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericanassian Church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, made the innocentic system, no? Totally.
Sure.
The Pericanassian Church is about love, and Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericanassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance.
What?
Love is hardcore.
Unity.
What?
Unity.
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters. Feels good.
Let's just play with it.
Yeah! Yakokata! The place to be!
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
What?
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
Yeah.
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body to stop. You feel like you could go for a little disco when, or if, they get this club going. You've got it in you.
Goodbye, officer.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Lloyd. Good. It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
Like how I carry myself?
Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align. I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. But I'll see what I can do.
Okay. Sticky noise.
A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you do...
Interesting. He wants you to describe it, though he already knows what it looks like.
This one.
Oh, wow. Right on your cop ledger. You like it? It is cool, but it's also more than that. Much more.
What does that mean?
Noid is a bit disappointed. It's just cool.
The dead guy's smiling. He defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths.
What?
Present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death. Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats. It should be sold, but not by us. I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing, but what for? The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
Okay.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment.
Yes, further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve this would be by getting us into the church.
The young man with the tape recorder.
This is hardcore. It's hardcore! Skibbity, skibberdanger. I am the rearranger.
Your cop training did not prepare you for this.
Back to the heavyweight jam. Hardcore! Hardcore! Yeah!
This young man adds a capital G before the H in his yegs and args. This produces a guttural Gotwaldian accent. Or maybe it's not Gotwaldian. Maybe.
The Y to the E to the A 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 to the G to the H to the exclamation. Yeah!
He missed one A.
It's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. We're close. True, hard, full, car. Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega. Here comes the night. We're close. True, hardcore, internally coherent. Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yakokata, the place to be. Yakokata is a hardcore.
An intricate system of irrigation networks pockmarking the earth. Intermittent seas of phosphorus mud.
We're close. True. Hardcore. Internally coherent. All car. All right. Yeah. Gotta get the people going. Yeah. Request. I want everybody's close. We're close. True. Yeah.
This young man, or maybe it's not Gotwaldi.
You know about him?
You know Van Eyck? Wow.
The skinny wraith looks at you with some disbelief.
So am I. So am I.
Oh, is that why they call you Egghead? Because...
Egghead to the mega. The K became the G. The boy became the man. The Advent? We're close. True. Hardcore. Internally. All core.
He furrows his...
Hardcore. Ah! Is it though? One mind, one spirit. We're close. True. Hard.
He furrows his...
Is it though? But it...
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here.
I am the mic and... We're close. True. Hard. Yeah.
This young... Or maybe it...
The what? Yeah.
He missed one A.
I'm the hard rhymer. We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore to internally
All car. All right. Yeah.
He furrows.
Hardcore. The question is, what is the question? But there was a question? We're close. True. Hard. Full. Hardcore. Hardcore. Internal. All.
He furrows.
Hardcore. The question is, but there was no. We're close. True. Hard. Hardcore. Hardcore. Internally. All.
He furrowed.
Hardcore. The question is, what? But there was a. We're close.
Like that. Got it.
True. Hard. Full. Car. It's hardcore. Skibadis.
Your cop training did not
We're close. True. Hardcore. Yeah.
This young, or maybe it's not.
The one. Yeah.
He missed one. A.
It's nice.
Okay.
We're close.
So,
True.
wait.
Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Here comes. We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore. Internally coherent.
All car. All right. Yeah.
He furrowed.
Hard. Is it though? But is it? I mean, really? No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
What?
Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
I know what they are.
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with it. Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last months, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper?
Okay.
It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
If anything, it sounds a bit proto. Like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic.
It is, isn't it? But how could it become harder core? I know the answer in my heart, but cannot sink it in my head. If this is not hyper, how could anything be? What? God! Oh yeah!
But you're not. This is almost certainly a matter that surpasses the limits of reason.
I know! So does mine! No! This is the answer! Yeah! Alright!
Let's increase physical instrument.
The large-headed.
Good morning! Yeah!
Okay,
Pump
thank the
it
Lord.
Up! Pump it up! Pump it up! No nation, but transnation! No war, but class war! Yeah! No nation, but
Don't be a lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine here just yells random things. Odds are, sooner or later one of them will come off as fault reading.
Yeah! Reverchol!
Unless you were thinking Reverchol imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with Eggs yelling. I know what you mean.
Hardcore superstar!
He's not a communist, It's just something he likes to yell. He picked it up from a tape jockey at the palace.
Yeah! With the rebel yell! Oh, sure! I can do that! If you want that, I can avoid taking a stand.
Please don't turn him into a moralist. I don't even know what to say to that.
Aye! It's time to compromise! Incremental change! I'm swiftly moving toward a solution which pleases nobody. Dark hardcore!
Basically, yes it is.
Lungs in your mouth.
Lungs are for love! When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, her lungs started glowing through her body. For the world loved her, and she loved it.
Why wouldn't they be? Are the lungs not the place where you hold the breath of your soul?
I think so. Highly gaily.
You know it's
Let's
in your
fucking
lungs
go.
where the pressure should vibrate. In your heart that's alone. And in your solar plexus where the hits should land. So does every caudate animal.
What? Wow, okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from? I'm sorry, I don't know anything about Nordic music. I'm just the party boy. I get the people going and say it's hardcore.
The young man.
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it, so that Egghead could use it to remix Van Eyck's...
Yeah, maybe that's...
Anyway,
Cupman! Tape! Yeah! Spins the tape until the space escape! Yeah! Alright! No! No, no! This is gonna make people scared! Keep it righteous! No! No, can't do! This is gonna make people normal! Stable! Normal! Stable!
Huh? Oh, nah. You heard me.
hi again. So, yes. What? Yeah, good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scattered the place, I did... oh, it's the one they sell at the fuel station.
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
Hold on, no Safed.
The what now? Oh, the old Ultra.
He's like an actor, looking to the souffleur for his line.
I have a major sinus infection. Stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter. Can't even breathe.
Sound fine
Yes,
to me.
that's all Nosafed's doing. Without the Noser, I'd be drowning in shit right now.
Nosafed is the shit.
Sure. Here you go, officer. The Noser. Blast away. It does.
Told you we have a smell problem.
He sniffs the air. It doesn't take a forensic scientist to guess it's drug-related. They look and act like the kind of guys who've done their fair share.
Yeah.
However, their breathing is regular, their jaws stay put, and their pupils aren't dilated. So, not under the influence, right? At least, not under the influence of stimulants. That doesn't rule out hallucinogens, benzos. He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Good Goodbye, officer.
Anything to help with logic? A lot of things to increase logic. Oh my lord. Where does this go? Oh, hat. It's quite a lot of shit to increase logic.
The large-headed.
Incremental.
Oh, not you.
Hi again. So,
Oh, let's go.
how are things going?
A number of
That's
things
what I thought.
don't add up. Let's take how about gather around, kids. The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor. The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about their would-be leader is less amused.
But you still are.
What happened?
Disco
I've been
happened.
trying to say we need the next step in dance music to happen.
Shut it.
What? I have. I've said that.
The
Get
young
left
speed
in me.
freak is silent.
Hey, man. Who knows what she's on about?
Who doesn't like to dance? She doesn't like to dance. We don't need drugs to be.
Shut the fuck up, Egg.
Not
Climb
expecting
down
me.
from the equestrian monument, cop man. Consciousness is new to the universe. We all have our ways to ease the shock.
I
What
know.
exactly is it you know? I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
Where's his
What
friend?
do you mean, friend?
You only have the one.
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic mutant.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one-speaker systems.
He said it was for his nose.
Likely pseudoephedrine. Almost exactly
No
the shape.
What
headphones.
do you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
Cornerstone of a
And
clean
of all
lab.
cellular-based life. What's your point, Lawbringer?
There's no need for me to pile on anymore, is there?
No shit.
You tried to use police detective to set up a drug
That's-
lab.
Come on, that's... I meant to
Preposterous.
say, not true.
So what are we gonna do?
What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing.
Really? You wanted to just ask me about something else?
He thinks for a moment. Then
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not going to turn the church into the wickedest club in East Revachol.
Because we are. We totally are.
We just got to turn it into a speed lab first.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
Why do you
Like
need
I
me?
told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's
Not really
just,
spooky,
no,
are
man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
But the sign was way off too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
So, what?
this is it. Judgment time.
I knew it. It's impossible now.
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for Nordic music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance.
What about a fish?
There needs to be a club for Nordic music in there. Needs to. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I can't. We are running out of time. We need a win, Andre.
Yeah.
I promise this will be a win.
Egghead
We
is.
won't cook speed in there.
Egghead appears to like me.
We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll try to do it without the drugs. We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels and nothing but. I swear to God. Okay, Egg?
From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
Goodbye, officer.
I feel like I did a good thing there. Andre.
The shaggy haired girl.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? Great. Let us know if there's any progress, will ya? We've been waiting for weeks here.
Yeah.
I did, and I'm sorry. For what it's worth.
This is why I didn't go into the tent. Typical delinquency.
You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it. I even tried not to lie.
Indeed. She merely tried to omit the truth instead.
It's the same
I
thing.
know. But I knew you'd see through their plan too. I'm not an idiot. I should have been able to control them. And I will. May I ask? What did you tell them?
Pants clubs, just no drug
Thank
lab.
you. I'll get them under wraps, I promise. My associates? I haven't got much to say about them.
Must know something.
Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on.
To the cops.
Tell me something about yourself.
I'm a silver bird. Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
I'm fucking lost. Later. Maybe we can talk to Noid now more? You're Noid,
Huh?
right?
I see you're here again. Huh? Nah, you heard me.
The pain of it barely holding it up.
Push it.
The pain falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
That makes things quicker.
It's getting cold, this late in the night. Time to call it a day. It's getting cold.
Yeah.
Good night, officer.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small... The water reflects back a vague image. A
Yeah.
fresh start looms ahead. Like an artist with a brush, the sharp blade chafes against your skin, producing a scratching sound. They feel so smooth, surprisingly so.
Ooh.
A feeling of freshness overcomes
Look at that.
you, as if you just...
Why is
The
it?
water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. Despite the bulbous nose, unkempt hair, and persistent swelling, you look a little... You almost look like a professional.
I think that was a good thing.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression.
Nothing else. Alright, let's go to bed.
The bed is comforting. Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby.
Okay. Stream will end soon,
baby.
so...
A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around.
Okay.
Recorded in you. Forever.
No. You're spinning tapes at the
I'm spinning
disco.
on empty.
On and on it goes. For untold hours. At the disco where you...
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time. The last time. The smoke in her mouth.
What is
It's the world, Harry boy. And you're made of it. Every day you can never forget this shit.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop. Whirling. Spitting.
You're the son of the world again. Harristar.
I love
a
the world, no matter
ceaseless
how
agent.
disgusting it becomes.
Picking up
by
litter and
trash.
old newspapers. Collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Me.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin.
You're
I
saying
just
me
know
without
you
going
will.
on drugs? So that's very...
And for what, brother man?
It's dumb.
For the money, baby.
Okay.
For the greater good.
Thank you.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay.
Yeah.
There he goes again.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
Why?
'Cause only love can break your heart.
Yeah,
Beep,
that's
beep,
true.
beep. The alarm is...
Okay, got it. Yes. I'm awake. I slept in the chair.
Good. You're up. Listen, there's something that's been bothering you for a few days now.
What is
It's a suspicion, or a feeling really, that things are not quite in hand around here.
What do you mean?
An earth-shattering deduction from your psyche. What will those guys come up with next?
What?
Every day, things seem to spin more and more wildly, out of control. The center isn't holding. And despite your efforts to moderate and contain these energies, things only seem to be getting worse.
I thought things were going well.
Oh, sure. You've been making progress on your case, interviewing people, solving side tasks. But who's focusing on the big questions?
Doesn't sound
Open
like my
your
job.
eyes. Stop getting distracted by details. It's time you started focusing on. You've got to find out who bears la responsabilité.
What do you mean?
The most awesome, terrible thing It is human nature to crave la responsabilité and to deny it. That's why it must be distributed. In other words, it must be diffused across the entire bureaucracy so that no one
exactly.
can... Harry, you're thinking about this too narrowly.
Responsibility
La
of what?
Responsabilité isn't concerned with trivial questions.
I like
Whoa. This isn't some kind of dictatorship. You can't simply seize like a committee.
Really? They have time for all this?
There's always time to follow best practices. Once someone's decided to cut corners for the sake of expediency, who knows what else they're capable of.
You think I'm cutting
A little
corners?
self-dealing.
Who's sitting on
Only
the committee?
the most even-keeled minds in Martinique.
What's
Your
that?
half-brother, the lieutenant, is a natural place to start. Together, you'll be able to discover who has la responsabilité in Revachol. And, if necessary, you'll have the wisdom and expertise. Most likely, your findings will be collected in a report, which will be carefully reviewed by your... Once they've reviewed it, those same superiors will produce a set of recommendations to be taken up at the next meeting of... Rest assured, no matter what happens, it will be done through them. Good luck. Your report is...
Alright. Let's get out of here.
Yes? Yes. I don't know what to say. Perhaps, I'm not really sure about this turn of events. I think the mutton chops might have been a better idea. They sort of seem to cover up some of the...
Yeah, damage. He means damage.
Either way, good on you. I'm glad to hear it, Detective. I was wondering when we'd get to this very... If you ask me, it's high time for you to set aside these frivolous side tasks and focus 100%. Why are you pronouncing it like you are a coalition? You know what? Forget it. What specifically are you trying to assign responsibility for? Now I understand. Next, I suppose you're going to tell me you need to form a committee to assign this responsibility?
How did you know?
Simple. Because moral intern types love to form committees. In any event, I am just a humble law official. You know who might be, though? That Mr. Heidelstam, the gentleman near the Fell building with the... Now, was there any...
Alright. Around with your sidearm, pretending to... Must meet her near the old fish market. At 2:20. Okay, well... Really? I have to go all the way around? Got it.
A drop in temperature, an easy flow there. An empty street, before
smell
chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened. The road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, a tub warm with water, white with soap. A man bathes while radio waves The wind moves.
Can we not go this way? Are we for real? We're being for real? what do we have here? What's up here?
The worn and beaten wooden planks.
We can sit on benches.
You can revisit the bench if you.
Okay. Stuck I am. Confused and unsure. No. Yeah, that walker was me. Mr. McGee back here.
The once bright mural towers above you. As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound. It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Some secrets are better left uncovered. Don't even it occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit. That it smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of somehow it was carried or dragged to the boardwalk. If not by human hands, the faint impressions of many footprints are also present, though it's impossible to tell what kind or how many. Suffice to say, the jacket spent some time on the ground before someone draped it over the railing. The crust is hard. This jacket spent at least a day baking in the sun. It's too late. You've already thought about it, and now your hands are covered in muck. Now you're just flicking that shit everywhere. This is a disaster. As you hold it in your hands, it makes there is no why. As you hold it in your, it's
Okay. Check here, I guess. Maybe anything new. Some lady. No.
Yes, what is it? The swallow, you mean? What about somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume?
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark. Strange things may flourish in the dark.
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to cease. I've named it the Swallow.
The Pillar of Silence?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place. I know.
Crabman lives.
No, I don't. Great, thanks.
The mother of...
I feel like I should be able to walk through there, but whatever. Guess we go actually behind the church.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the... Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a...
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freitor. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. Those? A smoking assailant who favors Tumutiri to Astra or Joan? Cigarette butts are everywhere.
Still, you felt it was important enough to make a mental note. That means something. You didn't pay attention to any of the other cigarette butts on it.
To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps. But anyone could have made this. The coast is specked. Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2-kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. It's not possible to climb that ladder. And
it does look extremely rickety, and wouldn't help much either. There, 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, a glowing light on the third floor of the Whirling in Rags.
So we're thinking maybe, just maybe, happened here. Check the boardwalk for bullet traces. Check island for bullet traces. Do I try it and then just fail?
idea, but here we go.
An old door worn by elements guards
That
the
didn't-
depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been open in a long while. You rattle the handle a bit, then push on the door with all your weight. It does not budge. Not only is it locked, it's...
We don't get in there. Frankly, you're just going to have to accept...
No. We've gotten into every door thus far. That's what we do. We open doors. We're cops.
Relax. No one's hiding in there. If we can...
At least you can think about opening it. About an old door worn by element.
From here?
The scruffy hair, the other one, looks indistinguishable.
What bad people?
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds without their parents present is gonna crack...
This one doesn't say anything.
Lily's our mum.
The stone kick, the other one, wow, so intellectually stimulating.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
The waves are beginning to die down.
Why does she care about the waves so much?
What is it with waves? But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best. Oh? Who?
Yeah.
Okay. When did this person stay here?
I'd have arrived on Friday.
I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I... Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm.
Okay.
Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else. Well, how can I assist you then, officer? Oh. That's good to know, I guess. Why is... This calls for a funeral, if you ask me. Please be...
Okay.
You're back?
Back across the waterlock. Back to a place that I somewhat remember.
That's one brutal motor carriage.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then
a snazzy shit-ripped skull.
Yeah, tribal shit.
Right here.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality.
Skulls. Now there's a strong organizational title.
I can tell you who we're not. Cop. We're not snitches. Or skulls.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, Cop Man, is we're not part of the skulls. Yet.
Okay then, let's indulge in some...
You don't know?
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
The question was rhetorical. The Skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
Besmatine, or the Besmati.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word.
The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual. A testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of his firearm.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
Anything about that?
Murder?
A man was hanged.
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Also, he was hanged.
Anything else?
He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah.
These punks don't know anything.
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
Ah, this sounds like epistemology. A field so occupied by thought that it begins to question thought itself.
I know, you don't know shit.
Exactly. How can one know shit? For example, how can one be sure that there truly is a body hanging behind?
What if it's art? Or just a mere specter?
Maybe it's true. The hanged man is merely a prop in a performance. We are.
So what do you think we know? Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful idealism. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there is...
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
And you're gonna get yourselves killed.
Oh man, yeah. We're not fucking kids, man.
You
Be
act
wary
like kids.
of the abyss.
Probably because of how non-verbal their mode of operation is going to be. It's a threat. But I don't.
like those.
In fact, I dislike them so much I'm willing to drag you boys back to the station just to calm myself down.
Hey, there's no need for that. We're just talking here. Joking too. Stay light, man.
Yeah. Didn't you cops, like, have some questions about skulls or some shit?
Fuck the world.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the jacket.
What about them? Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though
Sure.
a statement has character. And I do like piss. The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And I guess it's also you've got to admit it catches the eye. And since the great
It seems that the young man has a certain...
Like I said before,
I'm wondering,
to catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure. You get more fish because...
hate to admit, is it a
these kids are
coincidence that here we have two badass jackets and two badass cops?
Okay.
Yes? Leather jackets adorned with immature writing? The ideology they convey helps the boys justify poor choices in life and fashion. I'm not a fan. What are you implying?
Which one of them would you
I'm
wear?
not sure I understand you, detective.
Are you more of a piss?
Neither. Fine,
Intellect.
if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the two statements.
That works.
Seems about right.
That's an origin story for a dynamic duo right there.
So are we done here? Or you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
I want those jackets. Anything that lowers half-life? No. Not.
That ride is...
Hey, piss. Look who it is.
I have to level. I want to fuck with them so bad. Ooh, do you have any clothing that'll help me?
Keep coming back. That's good, officer.
Shut the fuck up. I don't care.
The
Half-life?
speakers below
No.
are banged up.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% gap.
What the? Since when was I able to interact with a tree over here?
The hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane. Bronze-colored ribbons of mag...
Hold on, I'm gonna put on the gloves. Gloves.
The gnarled hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles with slow
Yeah,
and deliberate
let's
motions,
go.
pulling,
I'm fucking
bending,
him.
and unraveling. You manage to extricate. It curls up into a mess inside your pocket. Maybe Roy from the pawn shop can help you.
What's the tape for? How? It's broken and unspooled. Do you think your new buddy knows how to fix it? You could also get...
Good idea. He might have the tools.
Good.
Patting the gnarled hawthorn.
Punch it.
The hawthorn tree is disappointed by your betrayal. The pain. It is nothing. Revel in it. Absorb it. Gain. Yes.
Had enough?
The gnarled hawthorn tree. Patting the gnarled hawthorn.
Okay. Free stuff, I guess. Pawn shop dude. Can you, oh, get down. Can you fix this?
Officer, the flashlight, please.
Oh, wait, yeah. I forgot. You and...
Hello, hello. Let
fix
you
this?
mean Reese Pooley? Yeah, I do, but I'm not some Mr. Fix-It. I'm a pawnbroker. If you want to pawn the tape, sure.
Just explain why you need this so much. He's bound to understand.
Huh? What do you mean? Yes. What about it? Is it any good? The music, I mean. Man, you're really invested in this. Okay, I'll help you.
You take some time to look around the store. The play of visuals all around the pawn shop is mesmerizing. Suddenly, Roy turns back to you with a reel of tape in.
Yeah, anyhow, yeah, my pleasure. I'll do what I can for...
Thank you. Or you could have literally just said, hey, I'll do it for cash, and I probably would have paid by the way. I don't know what I'm doing. It's a good thing I came back here. Can I do something with you and...
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
Fucking bitch. I hate this game. What am I doing? What am I doing? I already inspected this, didn't I?
The tracks are as they have ever been. A bit more worn, perhaps.
No wonder the cafeteria manager seemed frustrated when he was giving us directions to the yard. Well, you did provide us with a very convenient access point.
What about the person in here? What if I talk to this lady? Oh, she's gone.
The Copper-nado is back.
Yeah.
What do you want? Yeah. What?
Nothing.
Anything.
Okay. Who are you? Very helpful. Let's see, anything new at all? Statue isn't gonna help me.
A lorry abandoned. The smell of cigarette. There's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has been pulled tightly closed.
Yeah, it's her carriage. Map. Could go back there, but it doesn't really help me with the case. Oh. Alright, you can't go down there. See if Mr. McGee over here can help me out.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down. I'm always happy to educate. Very nice, mega rich light bending guy. Oh my god, how did that get in there? Damn it to hell, Harry. I specifically told my guys to check all the containers for mega rich light bending guys.
There was a guy in the container, but he didn't bend any light. That was in the detective's head.
Honestly, guys, we might be moving a spot of drugs through this harbor, but I won't be caught transporting the light bending mega rich. I have a reputation to protect. No, they're not. They're vermin, and one just found a way inside my container. I shudder to...
Not for 1 second did he believe there's an actual mega-rich person somewhere in his container town.
What item? Oh, yeah, I guess that's something we could have been doing, huh? Imagine being so rich that you literally bend the light around to poor people. Poor people can't see you. Cause you're just too rich. I wish I was that rich, damn. Matter of fact, I'm so rich you can't even see my face, player. That's fucking crazy. And the only thing I have is the tape to go off of. And I really wish I didn't have to run all the way there. I'd like to sell my tear.
The tear machines. Your bottles clunk.
I got it. That's
the
it?
The tear machine stands in the...
I feel like I collected a lot more tear.
A colourful...
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various To the left of some cross...
Okay. We got $1. I've got a whole $70 to my name. What if I went and fucked with the computer again and she's just like, you son of a bitch! Stop fucking with my shit! God, I really wish I didn't have to walk all this. This is getting annoying. What about this shiz?
The large-headed youth,
Incremental pro? Yeah! Remix time!
a hand on his ear. He listens to the...
Wow! Did you get this from Arno himself? Listen, I'm just going to show it to you.
Intriguing. The way I see it, Van Eyck,
I think it's
Okay.
just happenstance. Chaos in action. Contingencies of our limit.
Noid's right. Egghead's technical talent is the key. No, this is definitely part of the same song. Something mysterious is going on here.
Be how it may, if it fits, it...
What about the bass? Do you have any...
Yeah, I remember. You said it needs more bass.
Yo, Zoo!
Don't be too hard on yourself if you don't fit...
But it could be hyper hot!
This may take a while. I don't know what to be doing. Well, maybe if I go back to the Whirling Ids rags and to her,
Yes, what is it?
Okay, you're fucking annoying. Maybe go to the Whirling in rags and see. No, because it says look for bullet traces here, right?
boardwalk and island. Fuck do they mean by boardwalk and island?
You pick up the handset. There's a tone. The machine is operable.
Very cool. What does this car need?
The once bright mirror.
Shivers.
These are some wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose. I know you do. You're a little more moralist now, buddy. Makes sense. The once bright mural towers above you, saying,
In there?
why single out this
Go down the damn slope. Alright, well... I think that's going to be it. I have to go to bed. But, thank you for watching. I don't know. The next time I stream, I might stream this again because it was kind of fun, actually. Thank you for watching. Follow if you're on Twitch. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye.